Now, why do I feel hurt? When somebody says something, I impulsively react. And the question is that why do I react? Is there something I can do to not react? Because I feel this hurt, I feel pain, and I don't want to feel that pain. Now, you see that when a situation happens and you immediately recognize that it is happening, you come to a very natural state, which is the state of being. Now, in being, your energy is that of restfulness and calm. So, in being, which is the unfiltered perception, unconditioned perception, you see me or the conditioned perception as an object along with the other. And the more you rest in the energy of being, the sensation of me drops away. The me or the mind recognizes that place of restful calm. And then there is a different quality to mind. So when you reside in the being, then you are not having conversation with the other as an individual. You are simply witnessing what is. And in that there is complete relaxation. There is complete ease. There is no stress. There is no tension. There is no tendency to react. But please note that it is not that every time you will be able to do that successfully. It depends on the situation. If something is happening in the moment, for example, if somebody comes to you charging, you may have to, react. In that situation, a reaction may be necessary. So the me comes out and the me takes appropriate action in the moment based on the understanding of the present situation. But while it is doing that, the awareness is constantly in the being. And in the being, there is complete restfulness. So the more you stay in that, the more you begin to recognize that state. And generally, over time, the tendency to react even reduces. Again, I said that it depends on the situation. It is not that you will be able to do it all the time. But the only thing is that in the being, there is no thinking mind. So your tendency to keep ruminating on unpleasant situation, on the dead past, that drops away. Because you have tasted the bliss of unconditional love. You have seen it. You have got a glimpse of it. And with this recognition of being, what you see is that you start being more and more. So the need to react, need to do something about a situation drops away. As people say that we are human beings, we are not human doing. And doing is what traps us in duality. because we just want to do something desperately about situations, about the hurt, the uncomfortable sensation, the feeling. We don't want to feel it. In being, there is this understanding that nothing is resisted, everything is allowed to surface, and everything is experienced. Oh my, there is such a beauty in that experience. Everything, starting from anxiety to sexual impulses to anger, one sees that I am not the feeling, I am the being which is the ground of all experiential awareness. And the being is my true nature. The thought is just a temporary phenomenon. A thought comes up, appears in consciousness, it plays for some time and it disappears. So one sees the illusory existence of thought. One sees the divisive nature of thought. And that recognition itself frees one from all kinds of hurts, troubles, and unpleasant sensations. Of course, in the moment, everything arises. All sensations, all uncomfortable feelings will arise in the moments. There is no solution to that. But it is momentary. It comes, it plays for some time, and then it disappears. But there is no thinking afterwards as to why they hurt me. What did I do wrong? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with them? There is this whole paradigm of this whole duality of me versus the other disappears, dissolves. And the me and the other is seen as one reality. The images through which we interact, those images are dropped completely. And what happens in the being is the direct perception of reality, rather than the conditional perspective that we create. See the thought for what it is. It is a thought. It appears in consciousness, it plays and it disappears. I take ownership of the thought, saying that I am hurt, I am anxious, I am troubled, and I need a solution. Now, Jiddu Krishnamurti would say, first of all, don't do anything. Be with that feeling, with that sensation, totally. And what that means is, when you're totally with something, you're not concentrating on that. Because concentration defines boundary. Concentration is limited. But total attention or pure awareness, complete awareness, the awareness of being, is infinite. It is not conditioned. It is not limited. It sees things for the way they are. The me, the conditioned perspective, sees things for how they should or should not be. So me gets hurt when the other's viewpoint, other's beliefs, other's ideology do not match mine. The me wants perfection. It does not want to get hurt at any point of time. But is that a possibility, that you never get hurt in life? What troubles me is that it has no control over things, over the external situation. The me wants to control everything on the outside. So it says that give me this one method, one formula, where I become strong enough, emotionally resilient, so that nothing hurts me. But is that a possibility? Has that been your experience so far? All your trying to control the other, the external situations, trying to manipulate what is. Has it brought you any sense of happiness? Your competition, you're competing with others, you're trying to one up the others. You're trying to show that, look, I know so much and you don't know anything. Has that brought you peace? It has not brought anybody any peace. The peace only happens in the space of being, which is the unfiltered, unconditional perception. And once you recognize that space, you see, you experience the unconditional love. Then the hurt does not stick to you. The hurt may still arise as a thought, but it does not stick to you, because now you operate in a different dimension. A dimension that is pure, original, that is not conditioned by past. You operate in pristine awareness. So being is the ground of all experiential awareness. Be in that. Be in the most effortless, natural state without trying to do anything about the situation. And you see that all sensations, all hurt, all pain will fade, will dissolve. They come from the pure awareness, they go back to the pure awareness. And that brings about the recognition of unreality of thought.